Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So my name is Satyam Singh, and in this video I'm going to share how I spent my 4 years at VIT, what were my learnings and the outcomes of those learnings, and where am I headed right now. So in case you're new to the channel, I've been posting content related to VIT Vellore and my experience there. So just to give you a little perspective before we begin the video, I am a final year mechanical engineering student at VIT Vellore, and currently I'm interning at Flipkart in the supply chain vertical. So that internship has also been fun. So let's get started with the video now. Hey guys, so I'm going to start with my first semester. So in this semester I focused heavily on my academics, and I would say I ended up doing pretty well. So in the second semester we had a club and team recruitments at VIT. So just to give you a little perspective, there are around more than 100 clubs at VIT. So this is the time where they recruit the freshers who are coming into our college. So it is kind of a really exciting time for us. So I was really interested in this Formula 1 racing team at VIT Vellore, which is known as Pravega Racing. I really enjoyed what they did. So I ended up applying for their recruitments. So we had this written round and then an interview, and I did end up getting selected. So I worked over there for a semester, and I did enjoy the work, but then I realized soon that it wasn't my cup of tea. So after that, in my second year, I headed to an NGO. So this NGO is known as FEPSI. So it stands for Forum for Empowering People Through Social Innovation. So the abbreviation is pretty interesting. And this organization worked on youth empowerment, and I really liked the projects which they were doing. So I ended up applying for this, and I have spent almost 2 years in this organization, firstly as a core member and then ended up becoming a board member. So my experience here was really fulfilling. I got a chance to interact with students from like varied backgrounds and different branches in VIT. So it really widened my network, and I could overcome my fear of speaking, like public speaking and speaking to different like strangers and like working in a team. So like it did help me a lot, I would say it, and I would suggest everyone to actually take part in these student organizations as they really build your personality. So that was one student organization where I spent significant time. I also worked with IPAC, where again I spent 2 years. So IPAC stands for Indian Political Action Committee. So in this organization, I'm currently the college captain. So yeah, that went pretty well as well. So in my after my second year, like mid second year, I started participating in hackathons. So hackathons are basically 48-hour competitions wherein you have to come up with an idea and then like prepare a prototype and present to the judges. The best team with the best idea and perfect execution generally wins the competition. So there are different parameters in place, obviously. So I did end up participating in a lot of them, and I ended up being like participating in hackathons at Harvard and Yale in the US. So that was again a very good experience. Over here I got a chance to like make teams with students from like China, there were students from Canada, US, Japan. So that was like my first interaction with people outside my country. So I learned a lot, and it was really fun as well as like a very good and a strong learning experience. So that happened in my third year. So after my third year, like we all started to kind of panic because our placements were coming, and it was like the end of college and we weren't very sure as to where we wanted to head now. So that was kind of a really stressful moment, as we did not know at the end of the year, at the end of 2021, where we would end up. And then COVID-19 happened. So that was really sad, and we like our college life ended like gone. So that was a bit sad, but then it gave me a lot of time to actually think on as to what I want to do in the future, and it gave me a lot of time to introspect. So in that time I started my own startup with one of my friends. So the name of the organization was Project F, and it started out pretty well. We got pre-incubation at VIT TBI, and we also got mentoring from IIM Bangalore. But then currently we have stopped our operations due to certain constraints, mostly financial in nature. So yeah, it was a very good experience. I learned a lot. I had to start everything from scratch. Had to do recruitments for different departments. We had a proper like we had proper departments for like each type of works. Like we had a public relations department, we had a web development department, we had a design department. So yeah, managing these teams and managing what the quality were to be for different posts, or what type of customers and what type of clients which were we looking for. So doing all those things really like gave me a lot of chance to understand myself better, and it also helped me to like figure out what I wanted to do with my life. So yeah, that was really fun, and I got a chance to interact with some amazing people. So I would definitely suggest all of you to at least try being a part of a startup, or if you have an amazing idea and you truly believe in that, go ahead and start it. It's like this is the best time for you to actually do those things, as right now the risks involved and the stakes are not high at all. You won't get a better time, trust me. So this was my first fourth year beginning part. So during my mid fourth year I gave my GRE and I scored a 332. So that was a good score, and then I applied to an MIM program, and I also applied to a few deferred MBA, to one deferred MBA program. So I ended up getting waitlisted at Yale SOM. So that SOM stands for School of Management, for their deferred, for the Yale Silver Scholars program. And I got my admit to INSEAD Masters in Management program. So if you don't know what an MIM is, it is basically a pre-experience program for students like us with no or very less work experience. So after INSEAD's admit, I also ended up getting my internship at Flipkart. So currently I'm interning over there, and I'm still like weighing in my options as to whether I would continue Flipkart or I would actually go to INSEAD. So lately I've been enjoying my internship at Flipkart, and I feel like maybe I should continue this and like figure out later as to where I want to head. So let's see what happens, and now I'm gonna share some of my learnings and my suggestions for you. Hey guys, so the things which I learned. So firstly I would say, don't ever do a club or a chapter for the sake of placements, be it technical or non-technical. Do it for the skills you're going to acquire, the experiences you're going to have, because you should actually focus, like in those 4 years or 3 years, whatever your program is, you should focus on building yourself like as a person, and the personality whichever you build in these 4 or 3 years is what is going to help you in the future, and that is this asset which you're going to have after you leave college, and it is something which you'll have for your whole life. So yeah, that was my first point. My second point is to try and explore things that you're interested in, as I feel this is the best time, as the stakes are very low and you have so much of time to learn. Trust me, you won't get this much time again to learn new things. So my third piece of advice is do things, try startups, join student organizations, like get outside your comfort zones. Only then you're going to develop yourself. You know, I feel like these organizations really help you to develop yourself, and to basically find your passions, and to realize who you are as a person, what do you want out of your life, and to basically figure out the life for yourself. So yeah, these were my learnings, and I hope you found these useful. And if you found this content useful, or you have any more questions, feel free to give your views in the comment section below, and I'll definitely attend to it. And in case you have any more doubts, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. So you can find me on LinkedIn. My name is Satyam Singh. You just add VIT to it and you'll be able to find me easily. So till then, bye bye. I'll be back with some new content soon.